Hey guys, what's going on? It's Louie here, and today I have some really exciting news to cover with you all. We are actually not going to be doing a VOD review today or any pro analysis. I'll try to push that to this upcoming Wednesday. Instead, I want to go over some super exciting news that's recently come out from USATT, which is the fact that we are finally getting a ranking system. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that this is something that I have advocated for such a long time because of the inherent flaws with the rating system. So what I'm going to do is give a general overview of how this works, what you need to know, what's changing, what's staying the same. And just keep in mind there is a little disclaimer that some of the information is subject to change because this is such a new initiative by USATT. But again, I'm super happy about this. I think it's going to be really good for the sport, especially at the competitive and the professional level. But I'm just going to read the first paragraph here. In a pivotal step to address the inherent limitations of the current rating system, USATT announces the introduction of a pilot ranking system program. This strategic initiative goes beyond a simple update. It signifies a strategic move toward enhancing the sport's competitive integrity and player engagement. So, just to kind of give a brief overview, the most important thing, firstly, is that to have an active ranking, you have to be a current active player, which means you can't be a 2400 from 4 years ago and without playing any tournaments at all, hold your ranking and be one of the top players in your region. You have to continue playing high level tournaments, which I think is really good. The second thing that's interesting is the fact that significance of the tournament determine how much your ranking is going to be affected. So they have it broken down right here, and you can see, for example, the US Nationals are weighted much more heavily than, say, your state championships and so on. So what that means is if you make it to the quarterfinals of the semifinals of the Nationals, because that's such a big tournament, your ranking is going to be more heavily affected than, say, winning the state championships, as you can see. And there's actually a point breakdown on this page. I'll link all this stuff in the description. It's pretty interesting. So, pretty cool stuff. USATT ratings are going to still stay in effect and be used as seeding for the tournament. So what that means is if you enter the US Nationals, your rating, your actual USATT rating, is still going to be used for the seeding of the event. However, your ranking will be determined by how you finish the tournament. Rankings themselves, though, at least for most USATT tournaments, aren't going to play a factor in seeding, but they should give a more accurate level of who the actual top 10 men in the country are, top 10 players over 30, over 40, and so on. So it should actually be a more accurate reflection of each player's skill currently relative to each other. And again, it stops the guy who was 2,400 5 years ago from just paying to renew their membership and also being included on that ranking list because, of course, while they were a really good player back then, they're not active. It would be like Waldner still being ranked top 10 in the world despite the fact that he hasn't played a tournament for years and years and years. If you stop playing, then you shouldn't be included on the ranking list. And that's what this looks like it's going to be fixing, which I think, again, is really good. The only thing I'm not 100% sure about, and I'm sure more information will come out, is it says that these are the events which will be sanctioned for rankings and not just ratings. So one of them is USATT Top 10 Club Ranked Tournaments. My guess would mean there's going to be a specific list of clubs, probably the big names like Westchester, maybe Triangle, maybe some of the clubs in California, and either any tournaments at that club will qualify just because it's such a big club, or maybe they have to run specific type of tournament to qualify. We don't have much information on that yet. I went to Omnipong, and of course no one's really done anything, but for example, my guess would be if you look for a sanctioned tournament but it's at a really small club, then it's probably not going to count for ranking at all. But then if you have, I don't know, big name clubs, I'm sure that those will count for rankings in some way, shape, or form. But we're not 100% sure exactly how that's going to work yet. But anyway, this is the current men's rankings list. They're basically just using data from 2023. But again, I think this is really, really good for the sport. Just wanted to share that news with you. Again, I'll have these links in the description so you can check it out. But yeah, cool stuff. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I will, again, try to have a VOD review up this Wednesday. Thank you all for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it as well. And until next time.